Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Muhammad from NMWatch and we are back with the full review of this Vostok Komandirskie 650539 with this dual time bezel, right? So, and of course it is using an automatic movement from Vostok, and yeah, I've done an initial review for this particular piece, right? So I think maybe about 1 month back. So this watch is not my watch. It's been kindly loaned into me by my buddy Mr. Marvin, and thank you very much, buddy, for letting me borrow your watches, right? So a quick spec check for this particular piece: 41.4 millimeters in diameter from here to here, and a thickness of 15.1 millimeters. Mainly that is contributed to this acrylic crystal here, and a lug to lug of about 48.9 and a lug width of 20 millimeters, right? So you can get this from I think Maranum.com and a few other websites, and also on eBay for about $100. And I haven't got any Vostok in my possession. For I haven't ordered any Vostok in my to me in a few years back, so I have no idea how long it will take it to arrive from Russia to any part of to other countries. But yeah, this time when I used to order a few Vostoks, it took about a month to get here in Malaysia. So yeah, you need to try it for yourself and let us know, right? So let's just quickly talk about what I do like about this particular piece, right? So I do like this styling of it, because yeah, I kind of dig in this what do you call this, dual time bezel, right? So we have this engraving of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, and it is done in brush finishing. So that is good, because I think a few other early version of this particular piece had that polished bezel, which for me doesn't really look good on a military style watch, right? So basically what you see here is almost all of the surfaces are finished in brush finishing, including this bezel and also on the case, right? So but on the side of the bezel, you can see that there is some polish finishing at the inside of those groove, but a brush finishing on this bezel as well. So that is the first thing that I do like, the styling of this particular watch, right? So, and the this one is not a GMT watch, but rather a dual time movement, because that GMT hand is basically a slave to this hour and minutes hand, right? So let's just quickly give it some power to make sure that it runs. So yeah, hand winding the crown, you can see that you can hear the hand winding experience. Is quite interesting to see here, right? So you can see that the second hand started moving, and to adjust the time, just take out the crown to the farthest position, and as you can see here, it is in PM, right? So this one, if I put it on 4 p.m, this one shows 16, right? So that means it is a 24-hour minute hands, a 24-hour hands, right? But if you can use it as GMT hands, because for example I wanted to track the UK time, so now it's 16, the UK is like 8 hours late, so that will be I can just turn this hand 8 hours to right. So 16 should be 8 here. So yep, so now I know that the UK is 8 a.m, right? So that is how you can use it as a dual time watch, right? So yep, you can have we have here, that is how basically you should be using this particular watch as a dual time watch, right? So of course we have this beautifully done brush crown here, which is easy to use, right? So screwing it back in, of course, is easy, and of course you have that wobbly crown, which is a unique feature of any Vostok, right? So this one is featuring a matte black dial with a second sub dial on the 10 o'clock, which is quite unique in my opinion. And we have that come on, focus, yep, yeah, we have that red Komandirskie printing at the 6 o'clock with 32 Kamir. I believe that is 32 jewels, right? So, and the 6 hour, sorry, the minute, the second counter on the 10 certainly looks really unique in my opinion, right? So I have no idea what is written down there, but I know this is the Komandirskie, which means commander, and of course we have that unique hour, minutes, and handset is in Polish, and we have this red finish dual time, or GMT. And let's you know what, let's just call it GMT hands, right? So you can see here there's no click to the bezel, but the action you can't really it can't really easily be, if you bump into this, it won't change that easily, so that is good in my opinion. There's a bit of resistance there, and yeah, it is quite a unique watch in my opinion, right? So like I mentioned just now, we have this brush finishing all over the case, which is cool, and there is a bit of sharpness here, but yeah, it's not really that bad. So yeah, something for under around 100 US dollars. Yeah, I think it is okay, acceptable, right? So, and at the back we have these what do you call this? There's that Vostok printing here, engraving here. I have no idea what those meant. I can't read read, but I do understand it has 200 meters for the resistance. But of course, it is down to the use of this unique system where the gasket is sitting under the case back, and there is a ring circling around to tighten the case back to the case, which is a very, very unique feature of a Vostok, right? That is normally used for the amphibia line of watches, right? So that is one. Oh, I forgot to mention about the dome acrylic crystal, which is easily scratched up, right? So yep, this one, if you ding it, if you bump into something, you will scratch it. But the good thing about acrylic crystal is that you can easily buff it out using the poly watch, right? So that is one good thing about it, right? So the bad thing about this particular watch only, is that sometimes, right, the movement stop for whatever reason. I have no idea, right? So that is why I think there's something wrong with the with the movement, but I'm not a watchmaker, so I can't really know what is wrong with it. So yeah, so I'm gonna be returning this watch to Marvin soon. So yeah, maybe I don't really want to take the case back, because I really am scared of damaging it, because I'm not really a professional on that particular, on a movement, on any Vostok for that matter, or even any watch for that matter. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it to its owner to tinker with it and solve the issue, right? So now it is moving, but not really. Sometimes it's just just go bonkers and just stop, right? So that's the my user experience when using this particular watch, and even the owners mentioned it before I take this watch for review. And yeah, that is one thing that you should consider before you go out and actually buy the Vostok Komandirskie 650539. I might be wrong there, right? So anyway, let's just put it on the wrist and do a quick wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my Steel Dive SD1970. You know what, this thing is a bargain. I think I've got it on the Black Friday sale for about 59 US dollars. And here's one quick question for you guys, right? So do you want to go for a Russian made watch in this day and age where everything is dated back there? So yeah, I know, guys. So for me, I think the Vostok watch company should have done some innovation to their watches and do something about the movement, improve everything on what they can do, because the Chinese are really catching up, right? So you know what, let's just be honest with ourselves. If you have the money for 100 US dollars and you see this one 59 bucks and this one is 100 bucks, this one's got Seiko NH35 movement with a sapphire crystal and ceramic bezel insert, and very, very good for the money build quality. But versus this Vostok Komandirskie, of course it has history and all that, but do you go for history or do you go for value for money, right? So do let me know in the comment section below which one you want to go for if you have the choice, right? So let's just see how this thing looks on my 6.75 inch wrist of 17 centimeters wrist circumference, right? So I think it looks just nice. So I just I've been wanting to review this particular watch for a very, very long time. So yeah, I kind of kind of, you know, a bit disappointed that this thing has that particular movement issues, right? So anyway, so let's just quickly charge the loom and see how this thing looks like, right? So let's just give it a quick blast. You know, this this steel dive is definitely going to kill these Vostok, but yeah, still, let's just see how good or how poor it is, right? So are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and boom. So that is how the Vostok loom performs in the dark versus the SD1970, right? So I don't think it will last that long, but yes, you can see that the loom on the hands, the hour hands, minute hands, and also the dual time hands shines much brighter compared to the indices. But you see those that in those triangle at the bezel, I think the loom is equally as strong as the one that is available on the hands, right? So that is point number one. You know what, let's just quickly go into a macro shot. Alright, so this is how the watch looks under the macro lens. So you can see that there are a few hairline scratches on the crystal already, so I think that one, you know, let's just try to, you know, quickly, sorry, I hit the camera. Yeah, so that is how the matte dial looks under the macro lens, and you can see there are a few hairline scratches on the crystal, so which is unavoidable because it is a plastic crystal anyway, right? So the hands are finished very nice, so there is no scratches on the hand that I can see, and the GMT hand looks finished nice as well, right? So the printing is done quite nicely here, right? So I can't see any smearing on the printing on the our markers, and the bezel itself, the brushing is quite nice. So the brushing on the case, of course, is nice too. So this is not really that harsh. They are using quite an it looks like a coarse brush here, but not really that bad. So for the money, you can't really complain, right? So, and you see that we have this circular patterns to brushing to the ground, which is good, and there's no sharp edges on this side as well, right? So overall, a very nice nice watch for the money. But still, do you want to go for the Russian made or a Chinese made watch these days? So yeah, anyway, do let me know in the comment section below. So if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.